Honorable Chairman from Texas for his leadership on the issue of trade and for yielding. In today's global economy, it's essential that we make every reasonable effort to open foreign markets to American products. Yet today, as our country is struggling with lackluster GDP and stagnant job creation, grocery stores in South Korea are signing long-term agreements with beef producers from Europe, not America. Why a European, not American? Well, the reason's simple. While this administration has dragged their feet in the approval process of our own agreements, the European Union was able to enact their agreement with South Korea before the United States could take up our own. Therefore, the South Koreans are able to purchase European goods, most notably agriculture products, at a much lower rate and prices because, unlike American goods and commodities, they do not have costly tariffs attached to them. The same is true with American goods and agriculture products in Colombia and Panama. In the first 2 weeks after the EU-South Korea agreement was passed, European exports to South Korea rose by 16%. We are losing market share, and American businesses are losing their competitive edge, all as a result of Washington's inability to pass these essential agreements that supposedly have bipartisan support. In fact, since Canada signed their free trade agreement with Colombia, the U.S. has lost nearly 30% of our market share in wheat exports to Colombia. Losing 30% of our market share in a key commodity like wheat has a tremendous impact to a small state like Kansas. When it comes down to it, this isn't about ideologies, this is about American jobs. President Obama has said it himself. These agreements can create 250,000 American jobs, and yet he's sat on them for nearly 3 years. These agreements have the ability to immediately create thousands of jobs, open new markets for farmers, ranchers, manufacturers, and play a pivotal role in growing our economy out of this stagnancy. I would like to thank the President for ending his stall tactics and finally sending these agreements to us today, and I implore my colleagues in Congress to work with us to swiftly pass these vital trade agreements. Let's have beef producers from Kansas or even Texas, Mr. Chairman, signing long-term deals with South Korea, Colombia, and Panama, not Europe or Canada. Let's finally back up this rhetoric with action. Let's get Americans back to work. I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady.